Hi, my name is Guidry, and today we're going to be talking about overcoming imposter syndrome. Before we dive into the content, if you're a photographer and you're interested in getting some help with your pricing, be sure to visit the links below so you can download your guide. Now, we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people struggle with. If there is anyone in the world who has never struggled with imposter syndrome, I want to meet them. So what is that? That's basically when you believe that you're not good enough for something. When you feel like that doubt starts to set in and you're not sure that you can really do what you set out to do. So how do you overcome that? Well, that's a good question. First, I'm going to surround myself with people who believe in me. You want to surround yourself with people who believe in you. When I first started my photography business, I was in architecture school. And at somewhere along the way, around the third year, I decided that I don't think I want to do architecture anymore. And I started building my portfolio and kind of like putting it out there a little bit. And I'll be honest, not everyone that I spoke with about this desire really gave me the support emotionally that I was looking for. And so I stopped sharing it with everyone. And that's okay, especially when a new idea is in its early infancy. You want to be very careful about who you're talking to about it because they can influence your feelings about yourself and how you feel about actually getting to your end goal. Surround yourself with people who are going to make you feel good, who are going to push you and get you in the direction of where you're going. All right, so that's the first step. And even some of those people might be your parents or your significant other. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. And when I say surround yourself, I don't mean that you have to kick them out of your life either. But maybe you just don't talk to them necessarily about this dream that you have while you're still working on it. And you know what? If you're really believing in yourself, which we'll get to later, at the end of the day when you are successful, you can always circle back and say, hey, look, I did it. You know, I'm where I wanted to be. But let's dive into the second thing, which was basically that you want to start to do the work. Do the work that you're interested in. So again, I was in architecture school and I decided I want to be a photographer. Specifically, I want to photograph weddings. So what did I do? I started building a portfolio. When you start to do the actual work, when you start to take those steps towards the dream where you're wanting to go, then you're going to instantly start to build confidence because you're going to see improvement. When you do your very first session, you're going to see things that you don't like, you're going to do another one, and then you're going to say, wow, this one's better than the first. That instantly will start to build your own personal confidence, and it will help others to build confidence in you too. They're going to see your improvements, they're going to see the work that you're doing, and they're going to believe in you and believe in that dream as well. So my second tip is going to be to just start doing the work. If you have a dream and you're feeling kind of like uncertain about it, just start. Start building that podcast. Start building that business. Start doing the thing that you want to do so that you can actually begin to learn the skills and the lessons that you need to do in order to be successful. Okay, so let's say you started this dream of yours and you're kind of getting into the flow of it. You're learning some of those lessons and you're getting some of the work done. In the case of a photography business, for example, you're going to be photographing people. In the early years, maybe not every image is perfect, but you're giving an amazing client experience. Or maybe there are some bomb images and the people really love them. If you have a client who really likes what you've done for them, get social proof. What is social proof? Maybe it's a video clip of them talking about how happy they were with you. Or maybe it's an email, a text, a Google review. Any sort of social proof that you have will not only begin to instill confidence in you, but also show others, hey, I'm doing a really good job. You can trust me for these reasons. So when you're feeling imposter syndrome, like maybe you're not good enough, think about the people that have been happy with the things that you've done for them so far and try to get tangible evidence of that. Even just for my personal self. In my inbox, I have a folder that I labeled Raves, R-A-V-E-S. And this is where I store any email or any text message that comes into my possession from a client who's been happy. And anytime that I feel like I'm not good enough or I'm not sure that this is something that I'm worthy of doing, I will visit that Raves folder and I will read those emails, those text messages, and the social proof that shows not just me but also others that I am worthy. If you have those clients that are happy, make sure that you're asking them for the social proof. They may not even know that that's something that they can do for you. What I do is basically about a week or so following the receipt of their gallery, I'll send them an email that just says, hey, if you don't mind and you feel like you've had a good experience working together, here's my Google account. I would love if you'd leave a few words. And that's it. And if they want to do it, great. And if they don't, that's okay too. But it's a great way to get that tangible evidence for future clients to come. The next way that you can overcome imposter syndrome is by making relationships and friendships with people who understand what you're going through. So as a photographer, I try to make sure that I have friendships and relationships with other photographers. I love having friendships with people who understand where I'm at. And maybe it's not just other photographers, but just creatives, business owners, entrepreneurs, anyone that I can connect with and identify with to say, oh, you're going through that too? Oh, you feel like that as well? It's so nice to have your feelings validated. But specifically with photography, I do have some wonderful photographer friends, and it's really nice because if I am feeling imposter syndrome or if I am having a little bit of doubt, I can turn to them and say, look, I'm feeling this way about XYZ, and give them the opportunity to share and be vulnerable as well. Because we all have these doubts and we all have these fears and things that we have to overcome as business professionals and entrepreneurs and photographers. And the best people who can help us with that are the same people who are in the trenches with us every day trying to do the same thing. I'm actually currently part of a mastermind of other photographers who are all basically doing the same thing that I am, just trying to serve their clients well, trying to do a good job as a photographer. And it's so nice to have any doubts, any feelings that I have validated, and I want the same for you. And the last and arguably the most important way to overcome imposter syndrome is by believing in yourself. So I understand that imposter syndrome is already there, right? Like inside you, it's something that's making you doubt the belief that you have. However, if you really sit and think about yourself and what you're good at and what you truly believe your capabilities are, you can get over those imposter syndrome feelings. When I first started my business, for example, I was already in school for architecture. Everyone around me was pursuing architecture, and I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to make any money, or maybe no clients would hire me. But when I sat and thought about me as a person, what are your qualities that make you a strong person? What are your qualities that make you a good person, a fun person, a person that can do anything? When you really sit and think about it, you are capable, you're worthy, you're strong enough to do whatever it is that you're believing in and dreaming of. So believe in yourself. That is the best way to overcome the imposter syndrome, or the idea that maybe someone else out there thinks that you can't do it. Because as long as you believe that you can do it, it really doesn't matter what anyone else says, because you're the one who's doing the work. You're the one who's following the dream, and you're the one who's going to get to ultimately where you want to go. You can truly do whatever you want if you put your mind to it and you get the support and the knowledge and the learning that you need in order to develop the skill. I hope this can be a resource for you if you're a photographer looking to grow your business. I absolutely love doing this, these videos and producing content for other photographers, because I know what it felt like to be that person who was on a path and then pivoting completely into photography. And gosh, in the beginning, it was really struggle. It was hard. Like, I had to prove to people that this is where I wanted to be. And now 13 years later, here I am, and I'm running a full-time wedding photography business that has been able to fund our life and our lifestyle. And it's something that I'm really proud of. And if this is a dream of yours to be a photographer, whether a portrait photographer, wedding photographer, or any of that sort, I believe you can do it. It's a lot of work, but I hope this can be a resource for you. I can be a person to help you learn along the way, and I wish you the absolute best. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to subscribe below, and happy shooting.